I'm Fenella, and today we're going to be making a very simple chocolate ganache. Chocolate ganache is generally used as a frosting. It can be whipped or poured over a cake like a glaze, or you can also use it in a chocolate tart or as a filling in a cake. So it's quite versatile, and as an added bonus it can be frozen, kept frozen for up to a month and in the fridge for 2 days, and all you need to do is pop it in the microwave to soften it up, and it works wonderfully. Okay, so ingredients that we're going to need today. We are going to use 8 ounces of good quality dark chocolate. I'm not going to say use the very best that you can afford. Use the very best that you can easily get your hands on. In New Zealand we have Whitaker's brand, which is very reasonable cost but is still very, very good quality. It's 72% cocoa dark Ghana chocolate, and I find it works wonderfully. I'm really happy with it. I've got 1 cup of double cream, and we have 4 tablespoons or 2 ounces of unsalted butter that we've had at room temperature and then just whipped up with our spatula just to make it nice and creamy and soft. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pour our cream into a pot. Okay, and just pop that onto the stove on a medium heat just to get the cream up to a boil. Now make sure that while you've got that cream on the stove that you are remembering to stir it regularly, otherwise it's going to develop a bit of a skin on the top and you don't want that. Okay, it looks like ours is just about come to the boil. Maybe another minute or 2, just enough time for me to go and sort out my little baby girl. Okay, I'm back. She likes the attention, that little one. Okay, so my cream has come to a boil, so we're going to take that off the stove, and remember to turn the stove off. And we are going to pour it over our dark chocolate. Now just gently stirring it. Oh wow, oh I wish you could smell that, it smells fantastic. Okay, so we're doing very, very gentle stirring. We don't want to be putting bubbles in there, so just got to gently keep stirring. Now it's going to look a little odd at first, but it'll slowly pull together. Don't worry if it looks like it's curdled or anything like that, because I promise you it hasn't. Yeah, just got to keep gently stirring and it'll all pull together. Okay, it's starting to look rather lovely. I'm not sure how well you can see that from here. Gently stirring, making sure there are no bubbles in there. Now I'm not sure that I mentioned at the beginning with the dark chocolate, it needs to be chopped up finely, and you can do that by hand using a knife, or you can do what I did, which was cheated, and put it into a mixer with a blade on it and chopped it up the chance way. Okay, that has all melted, all that chocolate is melted into the cream, and it's looking really beautiful and silky, shiny. Now the next thing is to gently add the butter. Generally we would add it in 2 sections, so get the first section and pop it on in there and gently mix and ignore my daughter trying to get my attention from outside. So that is beginning to melt, that bit of butter. Beautiful. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, now get the rest of our butter. Scrape it in there. You want to make sure that you keep it fairly exact when you're dealing with chocolate and when you're baking. You want to make sure that you get every last bit in there. Real chemistry and science to baking. Okay, mixing that gently again. You don't want to be whisk, 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 because you're just going to end up full of bubbles and it won't have that smooth glossy shine that we're looking for in the ganache. Now, once this is all melted, we're going to pop it into the fridge for about an hour until it's workable. You can use it just like this as a glaze. You can pour it straight over a cake and it'll give this really beautiful shiny gloss to the cake, or you can pop it in the fridge and use it as a frosting later on. You can also whip it with hand beater or in your blender and use it as a very thick beaten frosting, which is beautiful as well. I've also seen it used where you use that as a filling between two layered chocolate cakes, and then another layer of the whipped ganache on the top as a frosting, and then pour melted ganache like we have here over the top of that to form this really beautiful shiny glossy glaze, and just beautiful. Okay, looks like we've got all of our butter gently melted in there. It's looking beautiful and glossy. I'm not sure if you can see that, but all smooth and shiny. Beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. That is your easy chocolate ganache recipe.